Most people in their teens or 20s right now are just currently scrolling on TikTok or, going to college or just doing an average job. But what they don't realize is that in the next 2 to 5 years, what's going to happen is that they're going to get replaced by something. And you've probably heard about AI or whatever, but you've probably never taken it that seriously because you're probably just thinking that, you know, we just somehow get over it or something. Or the government's going to save you or the education system's going to save you. Well, the thing is, there were revolutions like this in the past, whether you call it the Industrial Revolution or whatever, or, like the internet back in the 2000s. So, what ended up happening is that most people, they either rebelled or they just got caught off guard, like completely. They heard about it just like you guys. Same thing, it's the same pattern. And there were like a certain percentage of people that sort of got used to it, like they adapted to the revolution and they used it to their advantage, and a good amount of those people actually benefited pretty well, and a percentage of them got rich too. And most of the other people who rebelled or got caught off guard, they got replaced completely, or they just suffered a lot. Like uh, whether you call it unemployment or a lot of people even starved back in the industrial revolution. And you hear these AI stuff coming up, whether and by the way, it's not just that ChatGPT and Midjourneys are the only ones. There are like countless other AIs, like hundreds and hundreds of them coming out like every single day, every single week, every single month. So these things are gonna rapidly like change everything. Like whether we call it online stuff or business or gigs, skills. And if you're thinking that you're in like some fancy major or whatever, I mean that's good, but you gotta have the right mindset. Like if you're doing computer science or cybersecurity, that's great. But if you're thinking that in the future you're gonna like get a safe job or whatever, I think you gotta like tweak that a little bit, because most of the times, or regarding most of the majors, like computer science, engineering, etc., etc., and I think even doctors too. Like there's like some AIs coming out for those, like machineries, etc. But mostly for the technical stuff and for like the, what do you call it? Like whether you call it teaching, um, like coding, programming, etc., etc. These type of stuff are easily gonna get replaced because there's gonna be, as I said, there's gonna be all these AIs coming out soon. So if you're in these type of majors and you know that there's these AIs coming, so a good thing to do would be that if you can tweak if you can tweak your mindset a little bit and think of it as not just getting a job, but side by side, like try to build something, like try to build a personal brand or your own business or online business. And you might think that it requires a lot of money to start or like some investment or whatever, but in reality nowadays you can even like start off with small, money, right? Like I'm not talking $5, but like you just gotta commit to it online. It's not like something physical. It's not like 3D. And let's say if you're a teacher, so instead of just thinking of, oh yeah, I'm gonna graduate and then get a job, you can tweak that into, okay, I might get a job, but let me try to build my own coaching program online or something. Even if it's 3 to 5 people and they're paying you a decent amount, you can still build up. You can still like build it up to something that which will make you sort of independent of just relying on a job. So in the future you can confidently stay on top of the hierarchy. Like you're not gonna be one of those people that's just gonna depend on jobs or whatever. You're gonna have your own assets, and in the future, this won't just mentally or financially help you, but even for your kids. Like if you have a business, you can even pass it down to your kids and stuff like that. Like why would businesses hire people that they have to pay, instead of just like paying, let's say, $10 a month to an AI that can do that in like seconds? Like, does that make sense? So so try to make some sort of personal asset, some sort of app or program or something, like online or even offline, online, offline, you know so they wouldn't need to look for some job that pays, let's say, 15 or 25 bucks an hour, and instead they'd be independent with the assets that you left them. And of course, that's gonna like right now, all these AIs are doing all this crazy stuff. So imagine what's gonna happen in the future and how much of a benefit you'll be to your future generations, not just to yourself, but even for your children and grandchildren. So think about that.